we've been in close games all year long. You know, we've been in a tough district, and I think that's what's helped us down the region tournament, even in the quarterfinals.
And when you do these type of things, Dave, with these kids, what's the smiles like on the parents too?
Oh, it's just like the kids themselves. You know, when you come out on top.
Well, I was talking to one young man. He said he's getting all this email and internet stuff, and I don't know if Bray's signing autographs for 108 10 glossies when he was in the third grade. He was 19 at that time, and now he's a senior and he's 17. I don't know how he lied about his age. But I will say one thing: he can bring them from downtown. And speaking of downtown, the people in the town of Pound and the surrounding area definitely boosting the Wildcats.
Oh yes, you know, we're having a big get together for a send off tomorrow night at Pep Rally in Denver.
That'll be tonight.
Yeah, tonight for the players and everyone. Yeah, it's just been fantastic.
Well, you know, before we do anything else, let's mention your coaching staff and the guys that are coaching and helping you. And I'm talking from the scorekeeper right on up.
You know, as far as the guys that help me, as far as the assistants, you know, Dave Lee and Jack Hamilton, you can't say enough about them. Dave's been in the game for 20 years, and, you know, I feel kind of weird having an assistant that knows a whole lot more than I do.
Well, I know that's not Jack, because I know Jack Hamilton. You know, I mean, I know that's not Jack. I will say this. I was in Daytona Beach last year, sitting on the beach, and this guy kept walking by, and I thought maybe he was looking for my wallet, but finally I put my glasses on. It turned out to be Coach David Lee, and we were talking basketball, and he made the comment down Daytona. He said, you know, for us to go on further in the state and to win and be a very successful program, he said Jerry Large has got to play big for us. In the last 10 ball games, he's played pretty darn big.
Yeah, he has really stepped his game up here lately. And, you know, we said since day one, if we were going to be successful, that our post people had to play big. And right now they are.
Let's say a special thanks to Morgan McClure for some of the things they've done for you guys, okay?
Yeah, you know, Morgan McClure's been great. You know, Tim even helped feed the team at Western Steer last weekend, and, you know, he's followed us around a lot of ball games, and, you know, thanks a lot.
Is he feeding like people such as David Lee? Because I know how he eats. I mean,
well, it takes a whole lot to feed Dave Lee. You know, we need a whole lot of sponsors to do that.
Let's say some nice things about the people who've been letting you use their gym up at Clinch Valley College and some of the high schools.
You know, thanks to Lee Clark, Donnie Jordan, and Clinch Valley. You know, we worked out there yesterday. We're going to work out there again tomorrow. We're going down to Dobbins Bennett this afternoon just to get used to the open space and the big area to work out. You know, I think we're going to work out at a high school once we get to Norfolk. You know, and thanks to all these people.
How about the scope? Who are we going to be looking for down there that's going to keep your score and that type of stuff for you? Have you got that all figured out, Coach?
Well, we're still working on that at this time.
I'll be happy to do that. And, Bray, you could end up with 35 in a heartbeat, bud, for the right kind of money. We're going to take a 30-second timeout from Morgan McClure. We're going to come back and talk to some of the ball players for the Pound Wildcats. And don't go away. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds.
Wouldn't you pay a little extra to buy your car locally and get local service? Well, you shouldn't have to. At Morgan McClure, we believe you should get premium service, and we strive to see that you pay less for the car when you buy it. That's right. We'll beat any advertised price and give you better service after the sale. You don't owe us your business. All we ask is a chance to earn it. Morgan McClure Chevrolet Pontiac Olds in Castlewood or Morgan McClure Chevrolet in Coburn, Southwest Virginia's #1 Chevy dealer.
Back at Pound High School as we do a Wildcat report from the Wildcat Den. Of course, we're going to be talking to two of the starters for this Wildcat team. But, of course, the other night I called him Benny, but his name is Shane. And Shane Bray, of course, is a 5'10", 160-pound senior. And I guess his claim to fame is the fact that he knows how to put it up from the outside, whether he starts or whether he doesn't. I think he comes into the gymnasium shooting a basketball. Shane, congratulations. And probably the biggest shot I've seen you make in a long time was against Clintwood when you end up with a 4-point play, and it hasn't stopped. So congratulations to you.
Thanks. It was pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Well, now let me ask you this. Of course, you know, you said I sounded just like I did on the radio. Now, let me ask you, are you going to be wearing that hat this weekend at the Scope?
Yeah, it's my lucky hat.
I heard about that. See, I know about these things. Huh? You know, did you think this time last year that you guys be going to Norfolk or to Hampton?
Oh, it was a dream, and we was all hoping to, but as far as knowing, no, I was just hoping for the best. I knew if we worked hard in the summer, we'd have a real good chance.
Well, you guys got off to a great start. You won a tournament down at Clinchco. You come back and got the Coal Classic. Then you went through a little bit of a lull. Now you're back on a hot streak, and you don't want it to end, do you?
No.
Let's talk about the team as a team. Of course, you put it up for the three. You play good defense, and I think they look for you to score when they go on more, don't you?
Yeah, Zach's got a big role, and he has to carry a lot of the weight, and when they start doubling on him, hopefully I'm there for him.
Well, of course, David Mullen has a big role, and it has nothing to do with his weight, but we don't want to talk about that either. But let's just talk about your team as a whole. You know, you come in with Del Forge, of course. You guys in and out of the ball game together sometimes. Sometimes you're out there and he's not. How does it make you feel, know that you got to run the points sometimes?
Well, that's fine. I mean, whatever it costs to win, I just want to win. It's a senior year, and I know I'm not going to get this chance again, so if it calls me to come off the bench, that's fine. If it's a start or do whatever, just as long as we win.
Your shooting style is so pleasant to watch because your ball has great rotation on it, and it don't beat and bang around the rim. It's usually swish. You and Moore both have that unique distinction of doing that. When it leaves your hand, do you know it's going?
Sometimes I don't.
Well, I will say this, more than likely it does. One quick thing. You know, the team coming up, you guys have beat Auburn. You guys have got the Rams. Strasburg, what do you know about them?
We just heard a little bit about a couple of players that are pretty good, and not really much right now, but we'll find out a little bit more.
We're going to talk to Zach Moore here. Zach, what do you know about the Strasburg guys? You're talking about this as a guy as an all-state caliber basketball player, 6'4", averaging over 20, team leader, been there, done that, and going to do it one more time. At least, let's hope 2 more times, Zach, huh?
Yeah, I hope so. We got at least 2 games left, and I hope we get a play in both of them. Be a tough game. We've heard that they're a real good team, and they got some good players.
Well, let me ask you this, Zach. I asked Shane the same thing. When he puts in the air, do you know it's going when it leaves your hand?
Sometimes I do, but most of the time, you can't always
tell, can you?
Yeah, and you need to follow your shot a lot.
Are you guys in a zone right now? You think as a team that your team's in a zone? Are you at where you want to be as far as the team is concerned?
I think so. I think we can play better though than when we played against Auburn. I think we're playing some of our best basketball in the whole year, but I think we can play better though.
Well, let me emphasize playing better. Like I said to Shane, you start out great. You win a couple of tournaments. You're doing super. Had a couple losses. When people tell you that a loss makes you better, sometimes I wonder about that. But now that you're winning, you guys have got to have all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, I think we do. I think that we're playing like we don't think nobody can beat us, and until someone beats us, I think we're going to think that.
You know, guys, every time that the Pound Wildcats go onto the court, it's kind of neat to look around in the stands, and it's always filled with the black and the red and the white. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
I feel like we got the best fans around. They just supported us all year. We had big crowds last year, and we knew coming up this year we'd have even bigger ones. And we went to Morristown East this year, and big trip. We had a big crowd, so I mean, they're just great.
And playing out-of-state basketball in Tennessee and Kentucky, that's definitely helped you guys, you think?
Yeah, I think so. We played some real good teams this year, and really helped us different kind of styles of basketball, and maybe it'll help us in the tournament.
I've always said you're only as good as the people that you play against in practice, and apparently you guys got a pretty good bunch of guys in practice beat and bang with, don't you?
We do. We got a good second squad, and they always help us to prepare for the next team. They play real good in practice and whatever we need.
Well, you know, we get an opportunity just to see so many fine athletes. You know, like I say, you know, our radio station covers the Black Diamond. We do the Cumberland. We also do the Lonesome Pine. And as a team concept, I don't think anybody plays it any better than you guys. I think you guys have really brought the team concept just a little bit farther. Because I noticed if you're not on Zach, of course, the Bombardier over here, he lets it fly. Jared Large has played tremendous for you guys. JB and Tompkins over here, I wouldn't want to catch him in a dark alley if there's a basketball involved because he'll take your arms off. But you guys have really come along as a team, don't you think?
I think so. We've played together for 3 years, and we're used to each other. We all like each other. I mean, we're all best friends, and we play good together. And we know if one's not on, the other one will be.
The question I'd like to ask is, why does no one want to room with Tompkins? What's the deal with that? Does anybody know anything about that?
I don't know. He's a weird guy.
But he's a good guy. Guys, we appreciate your time. We're going to take a 30-second time out for Morgan McClure. Best of luck as you head to Hampton this weekend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Wouldn't you?
Along with their coaches over here as they get ready to take off to the Hampton to the Scope. And, of course, we'd like to wish them the best of luck. Of course, they'll be traveling out here on Thursday morning, and they'll play Friday afternoon. And we'll have that on 92.1 FM. This program brought to you by Morgan McClure in Castlewood and also Morgan McClure over in Norton, Virginia. Of course, we've had the good and the bad. No, we're not going to say the ugly. We're going to talk about the guys that get on the floor. I think these are probably the two of the more important parts of the ball club here at the Pound High School. Tompkins here, of course, a football player. There's no doubt that Josh is 6'3", 210 pounds, probably takes up as much space as anybody I've ever seen underneath the basket. Now, is that your lucky hat, Josh?
No, it's only my lucky hat.
That's just one that you wanted to wear today?
Yeah.
Well, the way you grab basketballs, you wear anything you want to, son. Doesn't matter. Are you enjoying this senior year?
Oh, yes. I've enjoyed this year more than any other year I've ever played.
Playing basketball for David Mullins got to be kind of a pleasure, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess I could say that.
Did you ever see Coach Mullins play? Or is that before your time?
No, I didn't get to see him play.
Well, I'll tell you something, guys. I coached that guy, and he was pretty darn good, believe it or not. He could put it up. He played defense, and plus he'd come over and sign a few autographs at halftime. He was one of those type of guys. JB, you're going to have the big task, I'm afraid, of playing some defense on one of the better ball players in the state of Virginia. How's that make you feel?
I don't know.
Do you like defense or like offense?
Well, probably defense, because I'm not very good offensively.
I don't know about that. I say put up a couple of trays and make it. You know, anytime that you have people that all they do is shoot the basketball, you got to have somebody to rebound it. And you two guys do a lot of that. And, of course, Justin being 6'3", 180 pounds, I know that you've shut down some of the top scorers in the area. Is that just a personal pride thing for you?
I'd like to do better, but
Well, then Coach Mullins wants to know, why aren't you doing better then?
I don't know.
Well, I think that you've done an excellent job. Winning over Auburn has to give you guys confidence. Don't you think that?
We got a lot of confidence going into Norfolk. We think we can win it all. We think we're one of the best teams left.
Well, you know, they say, you know, and then there was 4, and, of course, you guys are in the top 4. I don't think there's anybody around that can play as physical as the Pound Wildcats. Are you looking forward to the aspect of the trip or the family? I know you guys, everybody patting you on the back, telling you how well you've done, but you still got a job to do, don't you think, Josh?
There ain't no reason to go up there if we ain't going to go up there to win.
Well, I like that attitude, and I'm sure Coach Mullins and Coach Lee and Coach Hamilton like that attitude, too. Let me ask you something here. Justin, you know, we've seen you guys in the region. We've seen you in the Lonesome Pine District playoffs. We've seen you throughout the year. How much better are you today than you were the night that you won the tournament down at Clinchco, which was way back last fall?
Well, I think we worked the ball around offensively better. And defensively, we picked up because, well, the coaches, they've been wanting us to concentrate more on defense, and I think that's helped out a lot.
And speaking of defense, has the assignment been made, Dave? Who's going to be guarding who up there? Have you? Oh, yeah, he just pointed. The bullet is on your back, young man. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I think that the Pound Wildcats go in and play good defense. I think they win it. I think you can win the whole thing. I really do, because I don't think there's anybody going to play as good and as aggressive as the Pound Wildcats. Josh, I know you being not the, you know, it says 6'3". How tall are you really?
Maybe 6 foot, 6'1".
Well, it's funny how they grow in basketball season, coach, and they bulk up in football season. What do you know about this team that you're playing? What do you know about the Rams?
We know they're not very tall, and that they're not very physical, so we pretty much got a lot of height and a lot of muscle on them.
Well, do you like the physical game? It seems that you do.
I like the physical game.
You like it on the floor, don't you?
Yes, I do. I love doing that.
Well, I will say this. You remind me of some people that I've seen play years gone by, and these are a guy by the name of Curtis Rowe at UCLA, and Coach David Lee probably remembers that guy. You remind me of him. He wasn't the biggest guy in the world, but, boy, he could sure do a number on the boards and putting the ball back in the hole. Wish you the best of luck as you head off up there this week. I hope that you guys have a safe trip, and of course, we'll see you up there, and we'll be pulling for you. And got me a red sweater out. Got me a red sweater. We'll get me a black hat. Of course, guys, when you walk in there, come away with, bring back the trophy, okay? The big trophy, okay?
We'll try.
Appreciate these guys. We're going to take a 30-second timeout for the fine folks at Morgan McClure. Don't go away.
To buy your car.
The team, and I know it's a great thing to be a part of something like this. You've been in this position before, and I know Coach David Mullins really, really appreciates your help and your intelligence and your input to this program.
It's been a team effort on everyone's part. Coaching staff, basketball players, everyone combined has really, contributed as a part of this, and that's the reason why we're successful right now.
You know, we saw each other down Daytona Beach, and of course, it's kind of odd that we discussed the fact that what's it going to take for the Pound Wildcats, and you said Jared Large was going to have to play big. He was a big kid. You said that he's going to have big ball games for you. In the last 10 ball games, I think he's played real big for you. And of course, we got him here with us now. Let's talk. What do you think his play has improved over the last 10 games? What do you think?
Jared's played exceptional for us. The 2 big rebounds that he got in the game against Auburn were just huge. The third one at the end, I'm screaming, kick it out, kick it out, kick it out. And he's throwing it up and it's going in, and I'm going, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
But,
oh no, yes.
He's played great for us. But all the kids have played exceptionally well for us, and we got behind in the game, and we didn't panic. We were able to, keep our composure and make big plays when we had to. And that's been the difference, I think, in the last 3 ball games, especially from the region on, that we've really been able to hold our composure, even being down. The Clintwood final in the region, we're down at halftime. We're playing poorly, but we're able to come back. So, this is a team that they get down, and we don't panic. You don't push panic buttons. You just make adjustments and make some key plays and make some key defensive stops, and we've been able to respond. So, and Jared's been a large part of that, especially on the rebound edge.
Jared, this has been a tremendous senior year for you. You've got to be very happy the way things have gone for you in your senior year.
Yeah, everything's going really well for us, and if Zach keeps playing the way he is and somebody steps up every night to help him out, we should do exceptionally well out there.
Well, the thing that impresses me is the fact you're passing of the basketball. He's probably one of the better passes passers around you. I mean, you have improved in that part of your game so much. Is it something that you work on in practice?
No, not really. It's just something that I look to do when I get the ball if I'm not shot up to pass it.
Well, let's talk about board work with this young man. How big is the job going to be for him on Friday, Dave?
Well, you know, they got a couple 6'4" kids, but they're not 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". It's not like you're playing some AAA school that leaps out of the gym. They're an excellent basketball team. There's no doubt about that, or they wouldn't be in the Final Four.
Right.
They beat the number 1 team in the state, Central Woodstock, so they've got to be good.
Right.
They've got a point guard that's real flashy, a good scorer, very quick, and then they've got a widow kid about 6'4" that plays a lot like Zach, plays inside outside, and I'm sure that they're very good on the board. So we're going to have to do the job that we did against Auburn, you know, limit them to 1 shot, and you know, get on the offensive boards. And that's Jarrett, Josh, and Andrew, and you know, all our kids that are playing inside for us have done a really good job on that. So we got to continue with that.
Jared, knowing that you're going to have to hit the boards kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off of having to score. But you're famous for putting, you and Tompkins both, for putbacks, and that's something that's just pure desire, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. When I go in the game, I go in to rebound, not to shoot, but if you get the rebound and the shot's open, you take it back up.
Being 6'6", 6'7", sometimes people look at the big kid and they automatically call fouls on them, whether they're fouls or not. That has always been a problem in this area. Now that you go up there, you know, like you say, you're going to see a lot of 6'4", 6'5" guys. That should help Jared out, wouldn't you think, in the paint?
It's officiated differently on the state level. It's a little more physical, and you're allowed to bump and bruise a little bit more inside, so that helps. And you got to adjust to it, and I think we adjusted real well in the Auburn game. You know, it was pretty physical at times in there. Obvious fouls were called when you're taking it to the basket and you get knocked down, but you know, they'll let a lot of play go on inside. And Jared and Josh both do a really good job of that because they're both pretty physical.
Jared, going out there to play in this thing, did you think this time last year that you'd be traveling on the eastern end of the state?
No, not this time last year. We had a good year last year, but everyone this year is stepping up, and last year everybody didn't step up as much.
Well, senior leadership, you guys have got a tremendous bunch of seniors, and you don't want to forget Andrew Short. Like you said, this young man has come off the bench, and he's played excellent for you this year, Dave.
Yeah, Andrew and Adam Belfort's both have played excellent for us, and, you know, Jacob Sowers and David Slimp have come off and played well for us. I think the biggest difference for us right now is our second unit in practice have played so well, and they've executed the offense of the other team so well that we've been able to know exactly what's going on in the game before we get there. And that makes a big difference. You know, you got to go in the game prepared, know, especially on this level, knowing what's going on, and you got to rely on your second group. And they push the first group every day in practice, and they don't back off the first group, so it's made us better.
Anytime you travel to the eastern part of Virginia, people always say, well, where's Pound, or where was Hayside, or where was Council? I think they're going to know where Pound's at this weekend, Dave. I really do. I think that you guys are going to make a mark. This is the perfect year to bring home the trophy, isn't it?
I think so. You know, it's a great opportunity, like I told the boys in practice yesterday. They can go down in history here in this community. They can go down as legends because, you know, a Pound high school team has not won the state.
Right.
It's been in the 30s when it wasn't Pound.
Yeah.
And there's been 2 Pound teams that made it to the state, one to the Final Four, and, of course, the other to the Final 8. And you know, had great teams that wasn't successful, and this team has a chance to be successful. In this area, to win the state championship, it's a rarity.
That's exactly
It doesn't
right.
happen a whole lot. And we have as good a chance as anyone. Now, we have to execute. We have to be able to handle the depth of the scope,
right,
and know that it's a huge building, and be able to handle the pressure of playing in a big game like that. But we've been able to so far this year, and I think we will.
No doubt in my mind, Pound Wildcats are going to be ready when they go into the Stoke. Jared, I wish you the best of luck when you get up there. And listen, they're going to let you play physical, Coach Lee said, but I think as long as you're on the floor, Tompkins and Moore and this bunch of young men, I think you guys got a tremendous shot at this. And this, like I say, this is the best year in the world to win it because you're a senior and it's something you'll always remember. Right, Dave?
That's right. This is something that you can take with you regardless of what happens from this point on. This has been a great year.
Yes, it is.
But, you know, we're not going to have it with the attitude that it's a vacation trip for us. It's a trip to the beach. This is you know, our work ethic was pretty good yesterday, and I think it'll be improved today. And we're going out there with the idea that we're going to win the state championship.
Dave, we appreciate it. Jerry, we appreciate you. We're going to take a 30-second break from Morgan McClure. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Thanks, guys.
Wouldn't
Continue to play in the semifinals. Of course, you win one on Friday, then you play on Saturday. You win that one, you bring the big pot of gold home. And I'll tell you what, I think that if they do that, the people should meet you at least at Richmond and escort you back into town. We're talking to Adam Delforge, and of course the big guy here, Andrew Short. I don't know Andrew personally, but these guys have said real nice things about you, Andrew. And how well do you like your teammates?
They're pretty nice, you know.
See, guys, if he'd have said that you were bad, so you won a $20 bill, you didn't know that. You're supposed to say they were bad. Say they're bad.
They're pretty fast.
What a man will do for money. And, of course, Adam, of course, runs the point out there. And, Adam, this is a big game for you, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much so.
You're going to see quick on quick this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm pretty much. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Well, now, let me ask you two guys. You know, as you guys do some bench work, come off you guys have really have ignited this team a couple of times this year, whether it's steals, putbacks. I know Andrew over here has a tendency to get under the boards and move a few bodies. One guy, Matt, said they call him swivel hips. He seemed to just move people from one side to the other. And so you got to have that, guys. You got to have it. Andrew, you looking forward to this trip?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to the ball game?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Auburn after you defeated them? Were they tough?
Yeah, they were a tough team.
What do you know about the Rams from Strasburg?
Not much.
Not much? That's what I like. Confidence. What about you, Adam? What do you know about it?
Just know JB's got the best player on the team. He's gonna do a good job to it.
Well, you know, I asked JB about that, and he said, I guess. I just want to play better. That's what you look for in a ball player, somebody that wants to play better. This is kind of unique. You know, these guys that are seniors, you guys like to give them a going-away present, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they have their class reunion, you guys will be a part of that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, talking to Coach Mullins, you know, and everybody will tell you, you're only as good as the people that you practice against. You guys have beaten banged right here. You've been starters. You've went out and come off the bench. How is it playing against these guys in practice? I only get to see them at game time. Are they as good in practice? Are they as in the game, or do you guys just make them look good?
Oh, they're as good in practice as they are in the game. He's tough to push around and train too. I like to bump in the post.
What about you, Adam?
I'm not doing any bumping in the post.
He just signing autographs in the stands. Do you guys think that Shane looks just like he does on a basketball court?
No, not once he fixes his hair. Sometimes he lets it fly, boy.
Going up there on Thursday morning, the object of this, of course, is to win a state championship. Right. And I know the fans here, you know, they've not put any pressure on you. You guys feel any pressure at all yourselves?
No, just go up there and have fun and bring it back.
Playing in the scope is going to be a unique situation for you and an experience for you, Adam. I keep telling Coach Mullins, it's when you go to Lebanon play, it looks a lot more wide open than the scope. The scope has everybody sitting right in on top of you. I think that's going to fit you guys real well. They're going to be physical. Now, don't you get physical. Now,
Don't want me to get physical.
Now, Adam played football. Is that right? Adam had like 8 or 9 touchdown passes. Is that right? Hey, he can get physical. I've seen this young man catch a football. Looking forward to seeing you guys up there. Best of luck to you. And I think that the parents and the people of this town are very, very proud of you guys. And you know, you guys win it this year, it's going to fall in your guys' lap next year. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think? Can you handle it?
Oh, yeah.
No problem. No problem. Appreciate your time, guys.
Thanks.
Okay. Of course, we'll be back with you in 30 seconds after we take this quick timeout from Morgan McClure in Coburn Castlewood. And Zach Moore and Josh Tompkins are a couple of your captains. Jack Hamilton and David Lee are your assistant coaches. And you as a head coach, what year is this for you, Dave?
This is my third year.
Third year. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun.
Did you think it'd be this much fun when you started?
Well, I was hoping it would. That's one reason I took it.
You know, let's just real quickly, I'll mention the kids' names, and you can tell me a little bit about them.
Okay.
Jeff Martin, of course, he's a sophomore.
Jeff is a kid that we pulled up off the JV team when they finished, and you know, he's been with us for 3 weeks now, and you know, he's pretty much learned our system. It's going to save him a lot of time next year, and Jeff's going to be a great ball player for us.
David Slimp, of course, he's a junior.
You know, Dave Slimp is as a hard-nosed player as I've ever coached. You know, in practice daily, he's diving on the floor, and you know, whenever we take our second group to prepare for a team, we always make Dave that other team's best player.
Uh-oh, that's a big role. Andrew Short, of course, he's the big kid.
You know, Andrew is you know, he's a junior. He's come off the bench. You know, he started a few games for us this year, and you know, like you said earlier, he's come into a lot of games and ignited us, and he's had 12 and 13-point games for us, and you know, he's played real well.
Kevin Phillips.
Kevin is another one that's come off the bench and got some playing time this year. He's a post player for us. You know, Kevin's 6 feet tall, and just unfortunate that he's a junior and he's having to play behind guys that are 6'7", 6'6". You know, but Kevin's going to be a good ball player for us.
Shane Bray.
You know, you can't say enough about Shane. You know, he's a shooter. He's taken about 35% more shots from three than he has inside the arc this year. And, you know, even when he's had games that he's not shot well in the first half or even the third quarter, when the game's on the line, you can count on Shane to knock one down.
Zach Moore, Mr. Everything.
You know, Zach, there's no way to describe, you know, how Zach plays. He works hard every day. You know, in the regional tournament, he played in 2 games that probably most kids would never even attempted to play in. You know, he's in halftime on an IV just so he can come out in the third quarter and play. and he's carried us all year long.
Josh Thompson.
We've got Josh listed at 6'3", but Josh is stretching to be 6 feet tall, but he plays like he's 6'7".
He does.
He loves to get inside and bang, and Josh has more offensive rebounds this year than he does defensive, and he's got a lot of putbacks for us, and we count on Josh a lot.
Adam Delforge.
Adam's another one that started some games for us this year. He's probably got 6 or 7 starts under his belt. It's going to help us tremendously next year, and he's going to help us a lot in the tournament. He's real quick. We look for Adam to penetrate and dish off.
John Powers is a sophomore for you.
He's another one that we pulled up off the JV team. John's he's a 6'5" sophomore that plays the JV team all year, and we've got him up working with us, and John's going to be a great ball player for us.
Jacob Sowards.
Jacob is maybe our quickest player. Jumps real well. We just need to get some experience under his belt, and we're going to look to Jacob probably to be one of our leading scorers next year.
Channing Short.
Channing is he's another player that came off the JV team at the end of the year. He's a 6'4" freshman. Channing's got a bright future ahead of him.
Jared Large.
You can't say enough about Jared. You can't never tell when he's excited or when he's not. He's always got the same look on his face, but here lately in the last 3 weeks, when things are on the line, Jared's delivered for us.
And the young man that's going to have a big role in this ball club, of course, on Friday, will be Justin Boggs.
Justin is he's been the guy that we put on the other team's best offensive player all year long. He's done a great job at stopping people. In the last game when we played Clintwood for the regional finals, I think he held Brandon to 15 points.
Right.
And 3 of the 15 came when no one was guarding him at the buzzer. You just can't say enough about the defense that Justin's played, and we're counting on him one more time.
Dave, we'd like to wish you and your coaching staff the best of luck as you head out on Thursday morning. And want to say that tonight, of course, you guys have a little thing later on that for the kids here at the school. Is that right?
Yeah, the community's got together. Going to get us a little send-off. They're going to feed the kids, feed anybody that wants, that's going to come to this. It's going to be a big pep rally, and, more or less just to say thanks to the guys for a great year.
Thank you for letting us be a part of this. And, of course, we're looking forward to seeing you up there. We're going to have it on 92.1. That'll be broadcast. What time does the game start?
We play at 2:45.
2:45. So our pregame show will be about 2:15. And we look forward to seeing you there. Safe trip. And I've always said this, people are always looking over you. And I think the guys upstairs will be looking over you also.
Well, you don't get this far without somebody looking over you.
That's exactly right. Thanks to Morgan McClure. And we'd like to say thank you for listening as we've had a little impromptu coach's outlook on the ball game for this Friday at the Scope. Thank you to Morgan McClure, and, of course, thank you to Dave Mullins and the entire basketball team and assistant coaches here at Pound High School. Thank you so much. Good luck.
All right. WDIC 92.1.
Captain Trivia.
Find much more information by researching the